Hello and welcome back to the Chess Mindset. In this video, I have a very nice Rook endgame puzzle that I like to talk about. Now, this one is white to move, and we need to somehow win the game. Now, at first glance, this pawn can't promote right now because it's just blocked by the Rook. So what can we do here? Now, notice that if we make any sort of king move, let's say king here, trying to bring our king closer to the pawn, then our opponent's just going to take the pawn and give us a check, and then we have to take the rook, and then this is just a draw. So instead of making a king move, we need to think about what we can do. Well, the only other move is to bring our rook and give a check. Now notice the kings are in opposition, and so this means that the king can't actually come closer to our king, which means the king can only take the pawn or go to any of these two squares. So let's say the king takes the pawn. Well, now what do we do? Well, notice that if we give another check, then the king is just going to escape. And if we just keep giving checks, the king will eventually just run. We're not going to make any progress because the king is just going to keep alternating between these two squares. So instead of giving a check, we actually need to think of a way to restrict the king so that it can't move out. And the way we do that is by playing this very nice move, king to f7. Now this move does a few things. First of all, it puts the kings in opposition, which means that we are actually threatening to checkmate with rook h1. So the king has to do something, right? Well, what can he actually do? The truth is, like, if they move their rook anywhere, let's say even here, then we just take the rook and we can easily win this game with a rook. And if they give us a check, then we just take the rook. So they can't actually move their rook anywhere along this rank, which means the only move that our opponent has is to move the king up one tile. And let's say we give a rook check like this, where we put our rook on g6. Well, now the king can just go to h5, and notice we don't have any more checks now. If we give a check like this, we lose our rook, and if it's like this, then we also lose our rook. So we can't actually do anything here. So instead of giving a check on g6, we actually have to give a check on h1. And what this does now is, notice the king can't go to any of these squares because our king is covering. So the king's only move is to go to g5. And now we can just take the rook for free. And then we can win the game with a rook and king. And just in case you don't know how to checkmate with a rook and king, I've made a video on my channel that you can check it out. I basically go over 2 easy methods that you can use to checkmate with a rook. But I hope you enjoyed this puzzle, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.